Let me show you some of the cool new effects of HarmonyOS Next or HarmonyOS 5 Beta. So first of all, the lock screen animation and all the animations and fluidity of opening up applications, scrolling through widgets, going into here, you have this nice background blur effect that you see there. But even like swiping down on the home screen and going into search, you see how quick and how smooth this looks like, and the keyboard opens up, floats from the bottom in there. And it's super smooth and elegant. It's much smoother than we had on 4.2, and this search is like super quick, and I can just search for stuff pretty easily. As you can see here, can even locate this one, and it's like immediately going there and showing me this. Opening up folders, you can see as well this nice new background blur that we have there in the folders. Very nice, and it's a live background blur, so everything that is like going on there in the background would like affect this without without interruption, which is like pretty cool as well. Then we have some other effects, like when I go into my emails, for example, there's a new kind of effect that you didn't see before. It's like context menus that are like flowing out of the device basically. So the same background blur you can see here. Cool thing is here we get a nice preview window already what's in this email. For example, I know, okay, this is like a spam email, so I can delete it immediately. Or what I can also do previously on the email application was like select multiple. So I have this option still here, but it is something that you have to select here. Otherwise you get this nice preview there. And yeah, this is one of the effects. Then closing up applications, you can see how smooth this looks like. It's much smoother and feels much more elegant than it was on HarmonyOS 4.2. And even other Android devices that have this new rendering animations and even parallel animations don't feel as smooth as this one here. So the closest that I saw so far was ColorOS 15, also with this nice folder animations that are pretty similar to what it can do. So parallel animation is like the key here in gaining this fluidity all over the place. Then we have some other nice effects, like we still have the sidebar here. You can see that the sidebar also has nice background blur, and it has like this little bit of shadow going on. So if I am in an application, let's go into settings for example, I can open up the sidebar here as well, and you can see it has like this nice shadow there, so it knows it's flowing above this one. But even if I scroll around, or let me maybe go to one of the images that I have here and open up the sidebar, you see that yes, it is a live blur that we have there in the background, which is quite cool. And then I can just drag and drop to have like multiple windows open here. You can see this is working fine as well, and I even have like the possibility to swap them out, which is like super smooth, super cool, animated there. And I think by pressing and holding I can also bring it out and swap it out like this. I'm not sure if I can bring it out as a minimal window, probably not, but let's expand this one and then let's do it like this. So I have the possibility as well to do it like this, or do it like this to have a floating window. See how smooth this is, like it's no lag at all. It's following my finger here. I can click on it, have tapped the button to go in, maximize or minimize it, even to a little icon there. You can see it here. I can open it up again, and I can resize it as well the way I like it. So very nicely done here on HarmonyOS Next. Very smooth. No issues at all with this one here. When it comes to effects here, like going into the control center, you can see also this nice animation there, and also notifications. It's like blending in and has this nice background blur. Very cool indeed. Those animations here, you can see how the brightness or the volume, how it changes here, the icon also, yeah, very nicely done here. Also when I press on one of those buttons longer, like here for example, you can see that if I press and hold, it gets like a little bit of a glow around. Very nice. Let's go NFC maybe as well. Let's opening up this one here. So very nicely done here. And vibration, yeah, it's also opening up the settings, but these are really cool things that you can set up here. And also this here, very fluid, no issues at all with this one, very fast and quick. And if you're wondering, yeah, if this rendering engine is so good, why don't show games? I only installed one game, that is I think PUBG in Chinese. And some other games I also installed, but none of those games is working for me. So for some reason you need a Chinese phone number, or you need to be in China, connected to a Chinese network. Otherwise they don't let you play. And PUBG here, the loading animations look nice, everything nice and smooth here. But I could not enter a game as well. I just started or tried to start a game, and it's not working. But nevertheless, you can see here this trailer is looking fine. It's loading something. There you go, loading something else. But indeed, it's like pretty smooth and fluid here so far. And even if I go out of the game, you can see like it's still playing there. A bit of stuttering and lost frames, but in general, I think it is pretty fluid, and you don't have any issues there with this one. And then of course the very famous like app opening and closing without interrupting the, or actually interrupting the animation, but without the rendering engine stucking and interrupting the animation. So I can do this here, as you can see here, all day long, not only with 2 apps, but maybe with 3 apps and so on. This is just an amazing performance. And you can see, even if I open up the camera, let's load the camera and go out here. You can see how fast it is, like, and also showing the camera. So these are really, this is really the fastest operating system I've found so far, and the parallel animations, they are super fluid. So this is definitely something there to look forward to when it comes to HarmonyOS 5, HarmonyOS Next. Very nice fluidity and animations and effects. Didn't even try out what will happen when I move around icons. There's, well, still the same kind of little bit of wiggle effect there when you move one, but you can see also when I move the icon, I'll show the context menu. It's also like giving this nice blur here, and allows you to uninstall the app, which is quite nice. What about the lock screen, which is like also customizable, so you can just pinch here, and then you have very interesting options there. I can press on this, I can do it like this way, the lock screen, the clock here. I can do it like this if I want to. This looks pretty nice. I can change the font style if I want to, or change the color even, and configure even to show the date and the lunar date as well, or have a signature on there, which is quite nice. And then I have 4 positions here that I can configure with widgets. Like for example, I can add a calculator in. That's actually handy because I sometimes need a calculator there. The clock app, weather app, I think is more useful there. I can use 2 of those spots for showing the weather, or 1 of those. And then I have some other widgets that I can set up. You can scroll up, you can see some other weather widgets like here are possible. So there are some limits still with the widgets, but still pretty cool. Like the clock, I can set up the alarm clock here. So I have now those 3, hit apply, and now I have this in my lock screen here. So I can directly go to the calculator here, and let me go back to the lock screen. Can go to the weather app immediately. Using my face now to go to the weather app. But yeah, these are the possibilities. Also stopwatch can be, you saw it just for a second, go to the clock app. So yeah, this is pretty nice. There are some other features as well on the lock screens. You see those icons here on the bottom. I can press and hold here and have then the possibility, this nice effect here, to choose the various different quick options. We had them before as well. This is turning on the flashlight. You can just with a press turn it off again. So very useful. Then a stopwatch. Calculator as well. So I don't need the calculator there actually. And this is, I think, the scanning of QR code options there. So these are the options. Of course, I can also start the camera. Look how cool this looks like. I can just drag and drop and use the camera, and I can also, I think, press the volume down button and record even like this if I want to. And even like this, it's still recording. You see, I can like sneakily record something there and it's still recording and then stop recording as well. So this is very, very cool indeed. These are the customization options there, and some nice animations and effects that you see there. Also the background wallpaper animation there. It feels very, very fluid. It feels very, very fast. HarmonyOS Next is definitely on another level there. And like I said, the only one that comes closest so far that I tried out is ColorOS 15. I didn't try OriginOS 5 so much. I had a hands-on with the Vivo X200 Pro, and I got now the new update for the Vivo X100 Ultra, but I have to still try it out if it has the same kind of fluidity as ColorOS 15, for example, which I think is a bit more like playful going on with like app folder openings, just like HarmonyOS is doing it here. I still have to take a look at this, but this is unbeatable so far in terms of fluidity and user interface design. And you can see the clock face here also changed. So yeah, it's changing to this one here. And when I unlock, it's just the same font that is used there. Yeah, pretty cool. First walkthrough of those animations here running on my Mate 60 Pro, HarmonyOS Next. This is version, let's go into those settings here. So as you can see here, this is version 5.0.0. No, it is version, just in a second I will show you, 5.0.0.102. So there might be newer updates coming out that improve certain aspects or change them a little bit. So be prepared for this. But yeah, my first overview of those little animation effects that I noticed. If you have some other ones that you want to show down below, just post them down below. I know that there's a possibility to have a second phone there, just like for demonstration like this, and it has some nice animation effects as well, but I don't have a second phone with HarmonyOS Next. My tripod almost fell down. And there's, yeah, the press and hold function here for the AI assistant, which is quite nice, and I can also like choose to scan something if I want to and use the AI. It's also pretty nice. It's like, you see, how's the weather tomorrow in Wesel, Germany? I didn't get Wesel quite right, but yeah. yeah, it didn't get this right. Let's do. How's the weather tomorrow in Cologne, Germany? This probably will work because Wesel is not so known for the name. And you can see tomorrow Cologne. Speaking Chinese to me, but it's writing it in English. So 2 to 11 degrees. Whoa, this is pretty cold. So you can see winter is coming there. You see also this nice effect here with the back border. I can just smoothly get out of this. It's just, it feels so good. I just want all the apps to be ported to this device because it just feels better than any other phone that I used so far when it comes to the user interface design and the animations. Even iPhones, including iPhones that usually have this little nitpicks and little things that are very, very cool and clever. OriginOS also has this in certain aspects, but this one is like the most fluid, the most advanced system that I saw so far. So what is your opinion? Write it down in the comment section. Until the next time, bye.